Hi guys and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in today's episode, my reports and one of the tries from the Dewsbury versus Widnes game. Plus it's Tuesday, so I'm going to bring you 6 short stories on why this is a family issue and also a league issue after injury occurs in trials match. So let's have a look at the final game of this round of fixtures in the championship, as Widnes went to Dewsbury on the Monday night game shown on Premier Sports. Dewsbury's are looking for the 4th win in a row against Widnes, as they have been the form side out of the two during this fixture. So let's have a look at the teams. Starting with the Rams, 40-year-old Paul Sykes partners Matty Beryl in the halves, while Don Speakman starts against Widnes, a team he played for in 2019. Rams forwards Tomlinson, McGrin and Peltier, who's on the bench, are all Jamaican internationals. Now for the Widnes side, as they visit the Tetley Stadium with ex-Rams Fleming, Brown and Grady included in the 17 against their former employers. Grady and Steve Tyrers have joined the team for their first appearances of the season. Danny Craven is missing in the halves, but Joe Lyons partners Smith. And one to watch out is Ryan Ince, who's on the wing, who has 4 tries already this season. So it's 10 minutes into the first half when we get our first real bit of action, as Widnes are going to the left on the last tackle, and the ball is in the hands of Jamie Lyon. After a Widnes penalty, Widnes go to the last, and Jamie Lyon kicks on for Lloyd Roby. And the fullback, under pressure, scores the first try of the game. Steve Tyra adds the extras, and it's a 6-0 lead for Widnes. Dewsbury come roaring back as Matty Beryl has the ball inside the Widnes' 20, and he dummies to open up a gap and sprints through it, but he's being caught, so it passes through to Harry Kidd, who, after an ankle tap, keeps his wits about him and reaches out to score Dewsbury's first try of the game, which Beryl adds the 2 for. Now for those who think the championship isn't tough, look away now, as there's a big hit incoming. As Widnes set up Doro for an attack, and he comes rampaging in, and Beckett just slams him to the ground with a fantastic hit. He must have loved that Doro, as he just picked himself up and dust himself off to play the ball. Probably thinking afterwards, what just hit me? Anyway, Widnes keep the momentum though, as they are in again. A great short side play from Roby creates a break as he passes it to Fleming, who in support passes it to his right winger. Phillips, who releases a pass back inside for Fleming while he's being tackled into touch, who in turn passes back to Roby. That's the freedom of Dewsbury to run through the line and score his second try, and Widnes for a 12-6 lead because Tyra adds the 2. But as we're coming up to half time, a try for Dewsbury, and it's Keenan Tomlinson. A kick to the corner for the Rams, right edge by Sykes. He's battled and batted back by Dewsbury Rams attackers, which Tomlinson just picks up and runs and scores out wide on the right. That is 10 points to 12. Unfortunately, Beryl hits the top of the posts and the ball bounces to safety in Widnes' his case, to keep the scores at half time, 10 points to 12. And that man, Lloyd Roby, is the star of the show so far. So the second half begins, and it's Widnes who are the first team to score in the second half, as Big Lawton, the second rower, breaks through this line and he just runs through Matty Beryl. He's targeting specifically for this run. And as he gets close to the line, he's getting outnumbered, so he passes it out wide to his winger Holroyd, who alters the angle for a better chance for Tyra to make his 4-pointer a 6-pointer. With the score 18 points to 10, there is not much try scoring until the hour mark, as Tyler Dupree adds 4 more to the Widnes score as he goes in under the sticks. This comes after Dewsbury defended their goal line excellently and nearly went over twice before being pinned back on their own line again. But on the last, as Widnes kicked to the right of the post, a Dewsbury defender drops the catch forward, which is automatically picked up by an offside Rams player. Widnes decide to tap, and it's all too easy for Dupree to score. And with Tyra's conversion, that makes it 24 points to 22. Things getting bad to worse for Dewsbury though, as in the first half they lost Turner due to injury, but there was an injury just before half-time for Peltier, and he won't be returning either for the rest of the game. And the injuries seem to be mounting up as a big hit by Dupree puts Magrin down, and he has gone off for a HIA as well. And now Graham is being carried off. Well, he's hopping on one leg with support from 2 of the people in the back to get him off the pitch. It's getting worse. About 6 minutes later, it's Widnes that are in again as they reach the last after working up to the 40-metre line. This all stemmed from a Tomlinson knock-on just over halfway line for Dewsbury. Means that Widnes get the ball back. And Lyons has got the ball on the last, and he kicks the ball towards the corner, towards his winger Holroyd, who kicks it on. And in a race with his own teammates, Lyons has a try of his own so that he can take Widnes to 28 points to 12, which was also scored by Steve Tyra, who keeps his perfect record so far on the night going. Widnes are now turning on the pressure as they're in again after a couple of penalties close to the Dewsbury line, one for, well, being called holding the ball even though he's been trapped in. The referee gives a penalty to Widnes first, straight in front of the posts. Widnes decide to run it. They go right first of all, and then the attackers cut against the grain and gets tackled. On the second tackle, it's just simple. They pass it to big Adam Lawton, who powers his way over left of the posts for another try to Widnes. Tyra again adds another 2 to the total, and it's now 36 points to 10, which is very unfortunate as Dewsbury have been very, very spirited throughout this entire game. As we come to the end of the game, Dewsbury are down a man again as they are see Beckett Simbined for an unknown reason, as the cameras didn't pick it up. We'll probably find more out tomorrow, but at this point it's a moot pack. They were going to lose the game, and that's how it ended, as Dewsbury went home. Well, as Dewsbury lose 36 points to 10 to Widnes Vikings. The game's man of the match was number 12 Adam Lawton. The 6'7" second rower was the pick of the players. Everything good down the left hand side was going through the Widnes man. He was instrumental in setting up a try. He was supporting the men. He got on the board himself and got through all the work that you would expect from the big Pac-Man. But yeah, he was on the winning side. But that was a good win for Widnes. So it's Tuesday, and now we have a look into our 6 stories that we haven't covered or have yet to cover for this week. And we begin with the trials game between St George Illawarra and Parramatta Eels, as Tyrell Fuimano is going to be in hot water not only with the authorities, but at home after a dangerous tackle saw his sister's boyfriend be ruled out of the season before it even began. A tackle between Fuimano and Hayes Dunster sees Dunster being stretchered off during the game and Fuimano being sent off. In a tackle, it sees that Fuimano uses all his body weight, which unfortunately catches on Hayes Dunster's leg in an ugly hip drop tackle, which left Dunster in a heap on the deck, with the aggressor being hit with a Grade 3 dangerous contact charge by the match review committee. Now, Hayes Dunster saw himself being pulled out of the season as the Parramatta Eels flyer ruptured its anterior, posterior and medial cruciate ligaments. And in an unusual twist, it transpires that Dunster has been dating Fuimano's sister Talia, who also plays rugby league for St George Illawarra's North NRL women's side for the last 6 years. Now Dunster would undergo surgery in the coming days prior to an extended rehabilitation program. Fuimano will receive a 5-match ban if he enters an early guilty plea, but if he appeals and loses, could see him out for 7 games. And the review panel have been known to Fuimano, as it's his second hip drop tackle that he has been charged with after a similar incident involving Dane Gagai, then with the South Sydney Rabbitohs towards the end of last season. Fuimano also found himself in hot water after a high shot on Ryan Pappenhausen during the NRL Magic Weekend in 2021, which left the Melbourne Storm fullback heavily concussed. It's going to be an interesting tribunal, and I'd love to be the fly on the wall in that case. Christian Inu was set for a return to the UK after agreeing to sign for Championship side Leigh Centurions. Rugby League Live understands the 31-year-old has agreed to join Adrian Lamb's squad after leaving Salford Red Devils at the end of last season. Inu, a Dream Team inductee in 2020, have been playing in France with the Elite One outfit Les Ignon, who are currently top of the competition. But it was confirmed on Monday that Inu had left the club due to personal reasons after just 6 appearances. Now Inu is heading to the LSV. The Centurions have been pursuing a centre and have recently been chasing Anthony Gelling, though hopes of that deal materialising are thought to have collapsed. Instead, Inu bolsters the Leigh squad and will link up with them in due course. Live on Channel 4 on Saturday, Luke Gale was handed a red card for a bad tackle on Johnny Lomax, which saw Lomax left with Gale's stud marks on his leg. Referee Chris Kendall sent off Gale for the incident, which made things go from bad to worse for Hull FC. Now Gale has responded to the claims that it was a deliberate action. On social media he said, "Deliberate? I thought I could trap the ball with my foot. I missed and slightly caught his leg on the follow through. No malice in it whatsoever. I apologise to Johnny straight away." Gale has got an unlikely ally in this claim also, as a former Super League referee also posted on social media. Richard Silverwood refereed 300 games, over 300 games in Super League and took charge of 3 grand finals in 2010, 2012 and 2013. He last officiated a game over 5 years ago in 2016. After the whole game, he took to social media to voice his disappointment with the decision to send Gale off. He said, "Just watched Hull game back as missed earlier. Wow. Game is distant from what I remember. Gale is a penalty in my day. Not sure on the RFL instructions on to referees now. It's not the game I loved. Boring. The Super League are going to look into the incident in a tribunal, along with what's called contrary contact as well, as that has been cited for an extra band in the way that Luke Gale went to pick up Johnny Lomax, as it was misconstrued as he was feigning injury and wanted the guy to get up so he could, I don't know, but he tried helping Johnny Lomax up, but wasn't successful and the ref told him to stop. Gale's sending off has clearly had an impact on Hull's effort and with it exacerbated following the Jake Connors red and suspension last week against Wakefield. Gale is likely to miss Hull's next game against Salford, but at least they'll have Connor win back after his yellow card for a tip tackle. So what Silverwood could be getting at seems to stem from there's more cards shown this year than any other, with 3 red cards in round 1 and this red along with plenty of yellows shown in round 2. I think Super League and the RFL are still looking to find that balance from being over dramatic to a sensible game. Penrith Panthers chief executive says it's a waste of time developing players after seeing one of its brightest young stars sign for the new NRL club, the Dolphins, for 2023. Halfback Isia Katoa is set to link up with Wayne Bennett's new club on a 3-year deal ahead of their inaugural season in 2023. The 17-year-old halfback is rated at one of the best at his age group down under, but his pathway at Panthers is blocked by established first-team pair Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary, who are both still in their mid-20s. The Panthers CEO Fletcher told the Daily Telegraph there has to be protection or compensation. It's a waste of time developing them. For us and others developing clubs, rival teams, can just sit there and pluck them out. It's particularly frustrating, but it's the rules at the moment. Since the 2021 NRL Grand Final, Penrith Panthers have said goodbye to regular starter Matt Burton to Canterbury Bulldogs. Burton, 21, has been with the Panthers since a junior, but has signed a 3-year deal with the Bulldogs back in 2020 of November. Their former under-20s captain, Brett Naden, has also departed for the Bulldogs. They have also sacked Tyrone May and have lost Josh Mansour, Regan Campbell-Gillard and Tiona Katoa for all different reasons and in different seasons. NRL clubs have been told by the NRL they will be able to access developmental players or drafting talent from their state cup feeder teams to ensure they can field a competitive side if there is a COVID-19 outbreak during the upcoming season. NRL CEO Andrew Abdo outlined the measures that the game will be able to take to minimise the risk of matches being postponed or cancelled during a press conference on Thursday, as they announce a 3-year partnership with cryptocurrency SwiftX. With COVID-19 cases now widespread throughout the community, most clubs have had an off-season training disrupted by players contracting the coronavirus, but the NRL officials are determined that the Telstra Premiership will not be impacted. To minimise COVID-19 spread amongst teams, players undergo rapid antigen tests each day before training or games, but NRL salary cap auditors Richard Gardam has advised the club of the options open to them if the players test positive. We are working with clubs on rapid testing, but also movement of players from state cup competitions or outside the NRL squad into the NRL squad to ensure there is a sufficient depth if there were some positives during the season, Abdo said. We have communicated to clubs that there is an opportunity for them to access players outside the top 30 before round 11 on the basis of impact of the COVID-19 positive case. Provided that the salary cap auditor has been provided evidence that there has been a positive COVID case for a player, then clubs are able to access players outside their top 30 list in a controlled manner. Now some quick stats from the opening 2 rounds of the Super League, and we begin with Wigan Warriors' Jai Fields is the top meter maker with 425 metres. While Jai Fields has 4 tries already this season, it's Kensio leading try scorer with 5. Huddersfield Giants, Tui Lolahia leads the chart for most try assists with 7 already. When it comes to work with the ball, Castleford Tigers' Darrell Holforts cannot be accused of shying away, as he is the joint most carries in the game in the last 2 games with 35 so far. Salford's Tim Lifey has also won with the good work, as he has the most tackle bursts so far this season with 11. And Danny Alton continues to do what he does in defence, as he has the most tackles with 90 so far this season. And with Castleford's Joe Westerman being the leader in offloads with 9, you could create a very, very good team out of those stats included. That wouldn't be a bad side for any Super League team. Yes, I know 3 wingers, but still. And 2 hookers on the pitch. Yeah, I know, but the stats are there. I'm not using anything else but these stats that have been brought out, and that's how I feel this team could do quite well in the season. And that's my 6 in 6, and also the end of the episode, so thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and also share this video worldwide so that we can get the word out for our rugby league and our brethren. In the meantime, tell me what your thoughts are on today's stories. You agree with my picks for the team? I'll bring those up again for you all to see, as this is my Super League team so far off the 2 games. All the stats are there, you can go look at them yourself, but I feel it's a good starting point. If a couple of injuries come in, oh dear. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that Super League is going so far this season. Wigan 2 wins with 2 does help that. Plus with the performance tonight from Widnes, I like the look of the big Lawton that they have at Adam Lawton. He's going to be on a few Super League clubs' radars. I'm looking at you to lose Olympique. I know he probably only just signed, but hey, full time might be a good option for him. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Remember to share this video. But in the meantime, stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next episode.